What's going on, guys? What's cracking? Probably said the title of this, like, I am stoked right now, stoked. This hat is old and grungy. By the way, just so you guys know, coming up, new hats are on the way. About 2 to 3 weeks out, I got new hats coming in, so there's gonna be a very limited run. Just pretty much doing it for myself and a few friends, but I'm gonna have a little bit of excess. I actually stole my buddy Frankie, Built to Perfection. I think he ordered one 2 years ago. I got you, bro. Got him coming in finally. So, talking over myself, but let's just go over what we got here. Got the head and engine back today, got the block back, got all these parts sitting everywhere. So let's just start going over this. So I've literally got crap everywhere right now, guys. I've got all the OEM stuff, got the intake manifold, everything. But the real stuff is over there and right here. It's because I got all this crap everywhere. This car is getting picked up, that's sold. Saw the last video, it's already gone. Just didn't end up working out for me. It just doesn't. Unfortunately, she's gone, but that doesn't matter in this video. What matters is this stuff. So under here, we've got my brand new head built. Pans all cleaned up too. I'm gonna have to clean a little bit more. These damn pans, dude, like they just hold grime and grit. I don't know why. I just want to get it sonic blasted or something on the outside here, because look at this. It just, I don't get it, man. They just get so grimy. I gotta get a little bit out of here too. But the real thing is this. This is the head, which I need to take out of the sleeve. I haven't opened it up yet. Got the head studs in here. Everything's been built and taken care of. And over here is the block. This is easier to slide off real quick, so let's do this one. So before we even do that, I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Tom. Tom works over at IAG Performance, and on the side, he builds engines. He's an engine builder for IAG, but he's got one badass Supra and has done a lot. I'd like to have him come down, kind of explain the build in depth himself, but let's go ahead and just slide this off. Oh, come on, seriously, the tape's got to get stuck. Seriously, there it comes. Put a nice bag on it for me. And let's just do this real quick. Ooh, just listen to it. Ooh. I'm not even going to take it fully off because I kind of want to put it back on until I finish it up, but there she is. In all her beauty. Move this out of the way a little bit. Don't get too close to that car, but it is absolutely beautiful. We got the PHR freeze plugs in. He had talked to me, shouldn't say talked me into it. He was like, dude, I regret doing it myself. So he's like, just do it. So went ahead and put those in brand new. He painted the block for me. This is the one thing, cleaned up the snout of the crank. We are using a factory 3-liter crank. Here's the cool thing though, check this out. How cool is that? Built by Tom Barbosa out of Westminster, Maryland. Very, very cool. Again, you can see the freeze plugs here. Drilled this out, got rid of the freeze plugs, tapped it, and then actually cut these plugs down because apparently if they go in too far, they block a galleyway that's in here. So he drills it and taps that out properly, which is pretty freaking awesome. So yeah, just a lot of cool stuff. I'm just beyond pumped. Oh shoot, I need to get that freeze plug back in too. It's a factory one, and I think this here and here I need to block off also because I don't use either of those. It's very, very clean. See up here we got the JE pistons. Come on, front here. 9.5 to 1 compression. We only went a quarter over, so we didn't go much over on the board, nothing crazy. You can tell I definitely ran water through this. Look at the scaling inside of there, it's terrible. Come back here to the back of it here too. Another freeze plug there again, drilled that out and tapped it properly. Again, I'm really appreciating him painting the block for me too. Did all this ahead of time. Super, super pumped about that. The plugs just make it look so cool. Just pumped, like beyond excited to start putting this together. I was hoping to start it this weekend. I just don't think it's going to be, sadly, a viable option just for the fact that it's Easter weekend. So I really won't have time for that. So kind of stinks, but it is what it is. Wanted to go ahead and flip the block over here. Again, this 3-liter setup, stock block, stock crank, but the rest has been replaced. Cali rods, JE pistons with every coating, all the DLC on everything. You name it, it's got DLC on it. It has Real Street main bearings, or main caps on it. I went to 625 plus, even for the main studs, which I'm told was way overkill and 100% unnecessary, but I just do not want to be messing with this thing anytime soon, and I was hoping that would really help me out. So Yep, and he went and stamped it. They're supposed to be stamped from Real Street, but for some reason I got a batch that didn't. Not a big deal, because I mean, I'm not gonna be in here, but he went and stamped it for a future reference in the direction that it's going to, starting from 1 through 7. Again, marked everything then too after it's torqued down. If you look down in there also, I'm not sure if you guys can even see down in there, we have the Powerhouse Racing block offs. So we blocked off the oil squirters in this. We're gonna run a factory oil pump because we don't need anything crazy. But yeah, went ahead and blocked those off because we're not gonna need it, since the factory or aftermarket pistons in this case do not utilize the oil squirter. So you're just splashing oil against it, which some people say does help, but the skirt itself is not designed to use as oil squirter. So I kind of said, let's go ahead and remove it. We'll use that oil pressure and use it somewhere else. Again, you guys can see the Real Street there. He cleaned up the snout on this, put new Woodruff keys in it. The last ones are apparently messed up a little bit, especially getting it out. So he went ahead and cleaned this all up. Got a brand new crank damper, so hopefully that slides on nice. Won't have to mess with anything there. Again, he cleaned up the entire crank block. Everything looks beautiful. Beyond happy right now. I can't get over this. Now coming back over to the head here, guys. This is a fully built head, so it just got a pocket port in it though. BC dual spring valves, retainers, titanium, all that fun stuff. BC exhaust and intake valves in this. Standard size, we did not oversize anything. Extra head gasket here. This is what we use to crank down for the torque plate. I didn't keep my old one, so we just have this extra one I bought off, I think eBay. Just was cheap. This was designed just to torque down the head plate. That was it, and then can't use for anything else. I bought a brand new Toyota head gasket that's over there that I'm actually going to install, because I don't like using anything like this twice, because even though it was just torqued on to the proper setting and then taken off, these are kind of a one and done situation. Now I've seen people reuse them. For this kind of thing, I just didn't want to take the chance. 40 bucks I'd rather spend and buy a new one. I think the new head gasket's like $140 instead of 40 for this cheap eBay one, but it's cheap insurance. You know, factory head gasket on our cars are really, really good, so just rather do that. Let's go ahead and take this wrapper off though, just so I can show you guys what this looks like underneath. We'll go forward here. I kind of already put this on, but I'm going to show this in another video of how to start this installment, so I kind of want to make it separate from this, but let's just show you guys down in here. Like, I love the attention to detail too. Like, when you put all these in, look at all the BC logos. So if you don't know anything, these are just kind of floating in there too. So that logo and stuff won't stay like that over time. You know, once these are bouncing up and down, like, they're locked in and stuff, but it's not going to stay perfect like that. But I love the fact, if we look here, all the logos are faced up. You can see the part number there too, as I hit the camera against it, BC 2305. This is a dual spring kit, titanium retainers. Again, this is stainless steel valves, both sides, standard size, didn't oversize anything. Just kind of want to show you this. Again, this is a brand new head from Absolute Performance. He had this on the shelf, and I was like, look, man, I've got this other head that I don't need the buckets, I don't need all this other stuff, and I hate to just take it apart and all that stuff ends up being quote unquote junk, right? It just seemed like a waste. And he's like, well, how about I sell you this head, give you some cash, and you get a bare blank head, but I get the other one that's finished and ready to go in. So it ended up working out. Super awesome guy to work with also. He's helped me a ton too with trying to get cars done. So I got that black Supra, finally got the wiring harness in. I'm hoping to get that back to Sean ASAP too. I'll have one final video for that too, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, just a bunch of little things here, guys. But again, I just wanted to kind of show you guys I didn't even put the oil pump on, it's just kind of sitting there. But again, just want to kind of go over the engine today. Again, we got to block off some of these ports here. So this is the water port. These twin turbo engines usually run water the whole way around. I don't do that. I block this off and just run water up into the heater core and then back into the block. I don't have any lines on this side. This one here, that is for your factory temp sensor for your oil. And this here was drilled and tapped in to get that rifle, I guess it's called a rifle drill, to get these plugs and ports taken care of. So 1/8 inch MPT, this will be an 1/8 inch BSPT. So they use British pipe standard for the factory on a 2JZ. This is a 3H BSPT. And then on the other side, I want to show you guys this while we're here. This is a coolant relief. So you can actually use this to bleed out coolant here. This is a factory brass plug. And then actually what I always use here, this is a oil port. So you got oil feed here and here. You always block one off unless you're running a twin turbo kit. So I blocked off this rear one, and what I always use is a factory drain plug. So that is a drain plug that you would use in your oil pan. Fits in there perfect. Use a new crush washer, cleaned it off. It's good to go. I guess I could paint it, but again, you won't see it. Got the motor mount sitting on there too. I was going to use this titanium, and I'm going to make a whole video on that too. That's for another day. But I kind of just wanted to show you guys, see what you guys have to say about this, because I'm pretty pumped. You guys kind of got my shirt on here too, looking like a
typical redneck. But thank you guys very much for tuning in today. So we, again, talking about the engine and stuff. The next part is going to be installing the head, showing you guys how to torque it down. Again, I'm going to make this a series again. Done stuff in the past, but I'm going to go even more detailed this time around. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions, concerns, or anything you want to know about the block, head, and all that stuff, ask me down below. I'm going to try and answer back to everyone this time around. I'm really active on Instagram. I don't really use Facebook unless it's for personal, but my Facebook page I don't really use. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm excited. I'm like really excited. So thank you guys very much. Talk to you later. Peace.